Hey everybody, Mariko here. I'm just going to give it a second in case anyone's going to hop on live with us. If you join us, please say hi. I'd love to hear who's watching. So yeah, even if you're watching the recording after, I'd love for you to just say hi. Tell us who you are. Awesome. Okay, so I'm Mariko, like I said, and I want to teach you all about how to use essential oils for dancers. The reason I'm super passionate about this topic is because I have danced my entire life, from when I was 3 all the way up till now. So I went through my dance career as a competitive dancer, and then I continued on throughout university and danced throughout my university days. And then I also, continue to find classes, and as an adult, and to this day, I have a class at a studio that I attend here in North Vancouver that I go to every single week, and we get to perform in the recital, and it's amazing. I love it. So the reason I wanted to teach you about essential oils for dancers is because when I was young, I was going through a ton of different things in my teenage years that I really, really think that essential oils would have helped for. And also today, these are the tools that I'm using for my primary health care. And I just wanted to let you all know about what they are and how I'm using them in my dance right now. So yeah, I think it's really important that everyone knows about especially since, a lot of us are parents, and or if there are any kids watching, you're going through a huge stage in your life, a lot of growth and development, and it's really important to know what you're putting on your skin. Right now, to me, living a toxin-free lifestyle, the least amount of toxins that I can expose myself and my family to, the better, because a ton of toxins have endocrine disruptors, which they play with our hormone levels, and then they can cause us issues further down the road. So the younger that we start on a natural toxin-free lifestyle, the better. So if you have personal care products that you're using right now, and they have things like phthalates or parabens in them, or even fragrances, you want to get rid of those and switch to more natural options. And what I love is that dōTERRA provides a ton of these options for us. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about what an essential oil is, how to use them, the importance of quality, and then which oils I use to support different parts of my dance life. So first off, what is an essential oil? So it is a natural aromatic compound that is found in a plant. It could be on the bark, the leaf, the flowers, the roots, the petals, any of that. And it's either steam distilled or cold pressed down into a very, very concentrated form, and that is what it's an essence of the plant. It's an essential oil. And what that essential oil does for the plant is it acts as its immune or protection system, and it will help regenerate its cells and repair it and keep it healthy. And when we use them in our bodies, it does the same thing to us. Now our bodies are lipid based, so are essential oils, so they transfer really well on a cellular level, and they work within our bodies to do a variety of things like give us energy, protect our immune system, and detoxify. So that is what an essential oil is. Now it's really important to note that quality is very, very important. So we don't want to be going to the drugstore and buying our essential oils there. They may seem like they're cheaper, but that's because the quality isn't there, and they're often diluted with things like, it could be just like a vegetable oil, like coconut oil, but it could be a synthetic compound that is not great for our bodies. So we just really want to be mindful of that. And I choose dōTERRA oils as my primary care our primary brand of essential oils because it is a trusted company. They test quality for every single batch of oils. Actually, you can take a bottle of dōTERRA oils and enter the batch number that is on the bottom of the bottle into a website called sourcetoyou.com, and you can actually find the test results for the purity and all the chemical constituents, the natural constituents of the oil on sourcetoyou.com. So So yeah, the quality is very, very important. And the other thing that I absolutely love about doTERRA is that our oils are sourced where the plants are indigenous, so it's beyond organic because it's got the optimum soil conditions, the optimum temperature and sunlight for the plant to grow and thrive, and it doesn't need any pesticides or chemicals in order to thrive. And so they're distilled at the exact right time to get the exact right benefit to our body, and that's the thing that doTERRA brings, is that level of trust. And in these countries where or the communities where they're partnering to get the essential oils, they're also asking those communities what they need in order to be a lot more sustainable. So for example, Haiti, there is a oil that we get from there called vetiver. And what doTERRA did was they asked the community what they needed in order to be more sustainable, and they said, we need fresh water. We walk more than 3 hours every day to get our water, and it's not even fresh and clean. So doTERRA built a water system to the community so that everybody could get their water right in town. So that's just one initiative. They're also building hospitals and education centers, and they're educating girls, not only boys, all over the world. So these are the types of things that I absolutely love about doTERRA that I also want to share with you while I'm talking about essential oils. Okay, so there are 3 ways that we typically use essential oils, and that is aromatically, topically, and internally. So, aromatically could be as simple as opening a bottle of the oil and smelling it. Oh, this is peppermint. It smells so good. It's really invigorating. It's very minty fresh, and it kind of smells like candy canes. Okay, so that's aromatic use. You can also put it on your scarf and it will diffuse off of there. Any sort of material will diffuse off, a drop on your pillow at night. Maybe you're going to choose something more like lavender rather than an energizing oil like peppermint. And then you can also use a diffuser, just like this one here, which is just a machine with water in it, and you put a couple drops of essential oils in here, and it will disperse the essential oils throughout your home for a beautiful aroma, and it will also purify the air. So when we're using essential oils aromatically, they're actually, this is the fastest way to get the benefit of the oil, because it will trigger our emotional brain, and it will help to either calm or to energize us, and it also will help to trigger any memories that are associated, that it can actually access memories from our childhood, or from different areas of our life, and so it will really remind us of something. So often you'll choose an oil based on its aroma because of the way it makes you feel, and so that's the way that it helps us on an emotional level in our bodies. The second way to use essential oils is topically. So typically when I'm using an oil topically, I'm using it maybe for like a rash on my skin or a bruise or something like that. And I will often make my own roller bottles to make the application of the oil a lot easier. So in a roller bottle, I would just put 30 drops of essential oil and top the rest up with something like a liquid oil, like fractionated coconut oil. And the reason I use that is because it does not have any fragrance to it, it doesn't stain, and it absorbs really nicely into the skin. The reason why you would dilute your oil in a roller bottle is because it will make your oils last a lot longer, and it will also stay in the tissues of your skin a lot longer. The oils themselves are lighter than air, so they will just kind of flash off your skin and go into the air. But if you are using a carrier oil, it will help weight it down and keep it localized to that area and in your skin, and then it will transfer into your bloodstream a lot slower as well. So for making your own roller bottles, it's super, super simple. You can change the dilution ratio for whoever you're using it for in your family. So if you've got smaller people, you might only use 10 drops of oil in here, all the way up to an adult, which is typically about 30 drops. There are some oils that you can actually use straight on your skin, but just be really mindful that the best practice is basically to dilute it. And then doTERRA actually makes their own roller bottle blends, or roller bottle as well, in a lot of different oils, so that they're easy to use, they're very portable, and you can bring them with you. Then the third way to use essential oils is internally. And internally, when I'm talking about that, I'm only talking about doTERRA because of the quality. And I'm not talking about every single oil either. So typically, if it is safe for internal use, you'll find a label that will say supplement facts on it, or you will see a note and it will say for aromatic, topical, and dietary or internal use. So any of those things, if those are on your bottle, then you'll know that it's safe to use internally. A reason why you might want to do that, you're going to get 100% of the benefit of the essential oil if you take it inside your body. Essential oils are really smart, and they will go to where they're needed. You can also use it to flavor your water to help you drink more water throughout the day. So I really love citrus oils for that. I put a drop of citrus oil in my water every single morning. It helps me drink the water, and it also helps to give my body a gentle detox, which is a great way to start the day. Or if I have an upset stomach, I might be using something like peppermint, and maybe I'll be mixing that with warm water, and it will get me a really nice digestive relaxation in my body. That peppermint is really good for digestion as well. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a few different topics today that are really related to dance, and I wanted to show you or tell you about how I use each of those in my daily routine. So the first one, and first kind of ailment or issue that I find that we experience as dancers is sore muscles and joints. So my favorite product to use for that is Deep Blue Rub. So Deep Blue Rub has a bunch of healing oils in it, as well as oils that are very, very soothing and cooling to the skin. And it kind of feels on your body like a Rub A535 or Voltaren, but without all the petrochemicals and other nasty ingredients that you don't necessarily want to be putting on your skin. This is all natural. It's safe for everyone to use, and a little bit goes a long way. So I was an acro dancer when I was growing up. I really wish I had this for my back, because I ended up taking Robaxacet at age 16. That was the alternative that I had at the time, and I'm so grateful that I have this as a tool now. So this is a dancer's favorite. Another one that I love for dance is Correct-X. So if you have any point dancers here, your toes will thank you. This is an ointment that contains a bunch of healing oils, lavender, frankincense, tea tree, cedarwood, and helichrysum. And it's in an oil base, so it can act as a barrier to any sort of cuts or scrapes that you get on your skin. So people with little kids too, this one is amazing for that. Okay, so that's Correct-X. Another one that I love to use, if I don't want that really cooling feeling on my skin, I love to use Aroma Touch. And this one I actually love to use in an Epsom salt bath. So if I have a sore body after a long day of dance or exercise, I will put 4 drops of Aroma Touch in some Epsom salts, pour that in the bath, and soak for as long as I need to, and I feel amazing after. There are oils in here that are amazing for circulation. So if you have cold extremities, this one is really good for that too. And then the other one that I really love to use for sore muscles is lavender. It's so simple. This oil is incredibly calming to the body, and it also has analgesic properties. So it will help relieve any tension and other soreness in your body. So this is a great one to have on hand as a dancer. This one is great to have like in your pocket. Say you're going to a dance competition. Not only will it help you if you do have some sort of soreness in your body, it will also help to calm you on an emotional level. So lavender is great for that. Now, I don't know about all of you, but when I was competing, I felt a lot of stress, and not only, just during the competition season, but I did a lot of dances. I was taking school at the time. There's a lot of pressure. I felt a lot of stress, and when that happens to me, my immune system goes down, and I often ended up like I do a week-long competition, and then at the end of it, I would crash, and I would be sick for like 2 weeks afterwards. Now, that wouldn't happen to me so often because I have On Guard, and this is a protective blend, and it is amazing for any sort of cold and flu symptoms. Now, the thing with On Guard is it can kind of act as your immunity bubble, but there are times when some illnesses and viruses are going to get into your body. What this will do is help your cells to fight it a lot quicker. So in our family, On Guard is used constantly, so it's constantly going in our diffuser because I have 2 little kids. I have a 2 and a 4-year-old, and they're germ factories. So we have On Guard going on their spine. So I make a roller and I put it on their spine twice a day if I can remember to keep them healthy. I use this one in the diffuser constantly, and then also if I'm starting to feel sick, I really love to put a drop of On Guard mixed in with some honey and warm water and drink that as a tea, and that will help to keep, whenever I do that, I don't have my cold feeling or sore throat develop into anything. So I'm able to like nip it in the bud right away. If you do end up getting sick in the nasally and the congestion, Easy Air is an amazing one to use for that. I actually like to partner On Guard and Easy Air in the diffuser together. It smells really, really great. But Easy Air is a blend of peppermint, eucalyptus, lemon, Ravensara. There's some cardamom in here. It's really amazing for opening up your respiratory system. And if you're somebody who suffers from any respiratory issues, this is one that you would be ideal for you to use daily, especially before you're going to dance or to perform. You could just swipe some across your chest, maybe mix it up with a little bit of coconut oil, or make your own roller and rub this across your chest so that you can have more oxygen entering your system. This one's also great for people who snore. A drop on your big toe can help relieve those symptoms, or you can put it in a diffuser right beside your bed too. Along with the immunity circle, I also wanted to talk about Zengest, which is a digestive blend. And this one actually is one that I carry with me before I'm going to perform, because I still get those butterflies, those like jitters before performances, because I don't perform as often. It still gets to me. So I carry Zengest, and I make a roller with Zengest, half wild orange, to support my tummy. So I'll just roll a bit of that on my tummy before I get on stage, and I feel a lot better. Everything kind of calms down. But this is designed for all things digestive. There's amazing oils in here like peppermint, ginger, anise. What else is in here? Caraway, fennel. So this one you can actually take internally as well. So if you have any stomach issues, a drop in a shot glass of water will help calm your stomach down. And it's also great for people who have like long-term and chronic digestive issues. I actually have a friend who was taking medication for her acid reflux and started using Zengest, and now she doesn't have to take the medication for it. So that is another amazing thing about essential oils. I mentioned that they are my primary health care, and I do visit the doctor whenever I feel like it's needed. But I feel empowered in my own health to use these tools first, and then when this doesn't work, or I feel like I need something a little bit extra, that's when I go and visit the doctor. But I don't rely on medication or even over-the-counter medication as much as I did prior to having these tools in my toolkit. Okay, so the next topic I wanted to talk about was stress and sleep. And the reason I'm putting both of them together is because the oils that I'm going to talk to you about are actually good for both. What's really important is that I was talking about hormone function and endocrine disruptors before. Stress is actually one of the key things that acts basically as a toxin to our body and causes hormone imbalance as well. So it's really important to help bring our stress levels down. And I was talking to you about the aromatic benefits of the oils, how they can help calm down our emotional system. This is how we're going to use these oils in particular, but you can also use them on your body topically, and you're still going to get the same benefits. So the first one I'm going to mention is lavender. So this is just a really, really simple solution for stress relief and for sleep. So lavender, our lavender is a little bit different from some lavenders you're going to smell at some retail stores. Lavender is actually one of the most adulterated oils that there is on the marketplace. I think there's like 400% more lavender essential oil being sold than is actually being produced, which tells me that there's a lot of synthetic versions of lavender out there in the market. But lavender, this one smells like you're walking through a lavender field. It's sourced in Bulgaria, where it's optimal sunlight. Lavender is the most calming oil to me. It has a really high content of linalool in it, and that has a really great calming effect on the body. So this is my go-to, and it's just smell it or bring my roller with me and apply some on whenever I need it. This will really take me from a high agitated state into a very calm state quickly. So this is a very useful tool. And I actually was just reading a study about concentration, and they found that people who use lavender actually had higher test scores because they were able, during a test, because they were able to calm their bodies down and they could access the information that was stored in their brain. Another one that I find is really great for sleep in particular is vetiver. And the reason this one is good for me is because I have racing thoughts at night. I cannot stop the wheels from turning. So this is my best tool because it helps calm everything down, and it makes me feel like I have a big warm hug around me. It's a very, very earthy aroma. It's actually the base note in a lot of, in the perfume industry. But vetiver is one that's great for anxious feelings. So if that's something that you experience, or if you have a tough time sleeping at night, I definitely recommend trying this one. If you're prone to panic attacks, this would be one that you would want to use. Another one that I love for sleep and stress, both topics again, is balance. And this is a grounding blend. And this is my oil. This is my jam. This is a bunch of tree oils with frankincense. There's blue tansy, blue chamomile in here. It smells kind of like a walk in the forest to me. It's just very grounding and beautiful. I really love it. And it's the grounding blend. So when you use it, you just start to feel a lot more centered and grounded. So this is definitely one that I love to use before a competition, before a performance, just to get myself back to center. I think that's really, really important, and it's a really great one kids respond really well to this one, and I like to pair it for them with wild orange because it smells delicious and it just brings them into a more calm state. And mine get a little bit crazy, so I like to diffuse this one around 5 o'clock in our house just before dinner's ready. So balance, that's my jam. Another one that is really, really great for the same topic, stress and sleep, is Serenity. And this one's actually designed for sleep. And this has lavender in it. It has vetiver as well, Roman chamomile, Hawaiian sandalwood, and a hint of vanilla. So this one is a little bit on the sweet side. So if you're a sweet person, you'll love this one. And you can put this one in just the diffuser beside your bed. But I find it super helpful during the day as well. So if you are somebody who gets those levels of stress or a little bit more anxiety, this one's going to help you, and it would make a beautiful perfume. I like to call it perfume instead of perfume. Okay. The last topic that I want to touch on before I talk to you about how you can get some of these oils into your home is emotional support. So if you are in your teen years and you're going through a lot of that stuff, dōTERRA has a lot of solutions for emotional support, and that's actually how these oils work the best for me, because I feel like that is one area, the physical stuff I knew how to deal with before with, over-the-counter medications and things like that, but the emotional stuff, especially when I was in high school, I couldn't manage that. And some of it was hormonal and some of it was just being a teenager. But the oils that I have now would have helped me so much more back in the day. Okay, so one of my favorites that I want to talk to you about is, for the ladies out there, it's called Clary Calm. So if you have someone in their later teens, or you're an adult yourself, this is the Women's Monthly Blend, and it's designed for all sorts of PMS symptoms. And for myself, I have quite a few. I get a lot of symptoms. I have had a lot of symptoms in my life, and I've gone through a lot of hormonal transitions from being a mom. And I find this one's super, super helpful for balancing all of that out. And it's one that I actually use every day to help me on that spectrum. And I find that my monthly cycle is a lot more manageable now that I have this as a tool. Two other ones that I wanted to talk to you about are, actually, there's a whole bunch. There's the Emotional Collection goes by the name of Motivate, Cheer, Peace, Passion, Console, and Forgive. So those are all of the emotional oils names, and they are designed to do exactly those things. But my two favorites that I think that most dancers will love are Motivate. So Motivate is a blend of citrus and mint and a little hint of vanilla too. And this one is just like get up and go. So if you need that extra kick before you're competing, Motivate is the one that you'll want to use. These also come in the roller format. And then the other one that I think you ladies will love is Passion. So this is the Inspiring Blend. There's some floral and some spice in here, and this is a really, really beautiful aroma. And I find this one I love to use to help spark creativity. I rolled some on before I started talking to you today. I love it. I think that every young girl who's ever smelled this has loved this smell. It is just the most beautiful aroma that there is. It is a really beautiful blend. So yeah, that I think is all I really wanted to cover. I wanted to keep it kind of high level and kind of open in terms of topics. I hope that some of what you learn you'll be able to apply and understand these tools a little bit more, but this is kind of just the beginning. If this is a brand new topic for you, there's so much to learn about essential oils, and if you work with me, then I will teach you all about how to use these. You are not alone in this process. This is something that I'm super passionate about, and I want to be able to help you and coach you to use these tools the best that you can for you and your families. So how do you order some of these oils in particular? So there are 3 ways to purchase doTERRA essential oils, and the first is retail. So you pay retail price. I can pop a website up here for you, or you can message me and I will send it to you directly. You can get the oils delivered straight to your door, and there you go, retail order, no problem. The second way to order is to get a wholesale membership. And so this is kind of like Costco. It's $42 for a membership. You get 25% off all of your oils. So basically, if you order 3 or 4 products within a year, it's paid for. You also get access to we have an online learning community where you can ask any questions about anything that is, either health or oil related, and one of our 1,500 users will answer you and let you know what has worked for them in the past. So there's that benefit. There's also continuing education. We have things like oil camp, and then there's also a business opportunity because doTERRA is a business. There's a potential to earn money as well, and so that is all things that then can happen as a member. And then the third way to get started is actually to order some oils in a pre-made kit, and these are below wholesale costs, so they're more than 25% off, and also your membership fee is waived. So if you're interested in getting started with a pre-designed collection, and the collections are designed so that you have the tools that you can use to either replace your medicine cabinet or to deal with all of the emotional things, that is available to you, and I will pop another link with what those are in the comments.